Hello, welcome back to Mancinima. Hope you're all doing well. First of all, before we get started, I'd like to apologise for the lighting in here today. I may be a little bit shadowy, a little bit menacing looking, which will be in tone with the movie we're going to be reviewing in a moment. But unfortunately, I haven't had time to get my light kit out. It's been a very busy weekend. I wanted to get this review out to you as soon as I possibly could, but all I've got is this overhead room lighting. So if I appear a little bit shadowy, a little bit strange looking, rather than usual, that's what it is. So I'd like to apologise for that. We'll get back to normal soon. Before we get started, if you can go through the usual routine for me, if you can like this video, you can always unlike it afterwards. If you don't like what I've got to say, I don't mind, but if you can like it for now so you don't forget at the other end, that'd be great. If you can subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. I'd really appreciate that. And if you can hit the notification bell so that you'll know when I've done another one of these videos, that'd be great. So, like I said, what we've got for you today is a movie review. Now, the movie that I'm going to be reviewing is a dark comedy. It's got some very violent moments in it, some very gory moments. It's called The Menu, and The Menu opened at cinemas this past Friday. I've made a bunch of notes, so if you don't mind, I'm going to be glancing down just so I can give you the full gist of what I thought about the movie. And we'll get started with that. So, what is The Menu about? The Menu is about an eclectic group of people, the likes of who include a food critic and a washed-up Hollywood actor played by John Leguizamo. And they board a ferry to a secluded island where they will dine at the exclusive Hawthorne restaurant at the cost of $1,250 per person. So it's a really exclusive, highly sought after restaurant, and only the top caliber people get to go there. Our main protagonists in this movie are Tyler, and he's an enthusiastic foodie, and he's played by Nicholas Hoult, and he's been looking forward to this meal for ages, and he idolises the chef, who is Chef Slowick, who is played with a creepy intensity by Ralph Fiennes. And his date for the evening is Margot. Now, Margot is played by the wonderful Anya Taylor-Joy, who we've loved from films such as The Witch and Last Night in Soho. And she's basically there for a free ride, so she's his date for the evening, doesn't know anything about the food, nowhere near as enthusiastic about it as Tyler is, and she's just along for the free ride, just to have a free meal and enjoy herself for the evening and to get dressed up. So what I thought was unique about this film is the menu, the movie, plays out like an actual menu itself. So remember, if you go to a restaurant and they present that sheet of paper in front of you with the menu on it, you've often got the starter at the top, you've got whatever comes next, and then you've got your main course, whatever comes next after that, then you've got your final course and desserts and stuff like that. So the movie is like this in that when you watch it, when the people on screen are eating their starter, you'll see what it is up on the screen. There's a list of ingredients along with the word starter. And it's also parallels in that when you read that menu, sorry I'm babbling on a bit here, but it does make sense. When you read that menu on the page, you know the starter is generally the quietest moment of the menu. It's the smallest meal, it's an appetizer, it just gets you into the food that you're about to eat. Same with the movie, so when the starter comes up on the screen, it's the quietest moment of the movie. As the courses build up, the intensity builds up until you reach the final course, in which case all hell's broken loose. So yeah, that's I thought it was very unique and very interesting, a lovely way to do it. Chef, I've got to try and pronounce his name, Slowick. I hope that's, why do they give them all these strange names? Chef Slowick's menu itself is not about the food. He set out a menu for the evening that involves how he wants his invitees, if you like, his guests, to behave as well. So although he's serving them up certain foods, he takes away certain things. So there's a moment where he serves up a bread platter, but without the bread. And they're all like, well, what the hell is this? There's like loads of dots of food on a plate, and they're going, well, what is the point of this? We want bread, and they all start to kick off. It's all basically about him looking at them and wanting them to react in a particular way, in the way that he's planned the evening. So if you like, his menu is his plan for the evening. And as each of them begin to kick off, you realise that he's got beef, not actual beef, not like the edible beef, but he's got beef with every person in that restaurant. Now, the person that he doesn't have beef with in the restaurant is the person who wasn't on the guest list, the initial guest list. Tyler had a girlfriend who was due to come along, but he ditched her and he brought along Margot instead. Now, Margot, not being on the list, is the fly in the ointment of this movie. So, because she's not on the list, the chef doesn't have a plan for her, and then she can therefore upset the situation, if you like. So she is the real kind of antagonist of this movie. And it's really good. I mean, the way that she behaves is fantastic. The way she gets under the chef's skin is fantastic as well. Yeah, so the movie starts off slow, but it does gather pace. There are moments of humour, there are moments of shock, there are moments that you just won't expect to be coming, and that's the moment when the movie turns around and you're really kind of gripped by it. It is a little bit slow to start off with, but I urge you to stay with it. It's a really good film, really, really worth watching, and even for, you know, the main reason is for its uniqueness, I guess. Great performances by every single person involved. I love the way that we're finding out about each and every individual character and what they've done and why they've upset the chef and why he's got beef against them, and not the beef that you eat again. And I thought the two stand-up performances were Ralph Fiennes as the unhinged and unnerving and creepy chef himself, and of course Anya Taylor-Joy, who is the sassy and smart Margot. Yeah, really enjoyed the menu. It opened in cinemas this past Friday. If you get the opportunity, please go and see it at the cinema. You'll enjoy it there. I know it will be on streaming or something in a couple of months' time, but don't wait for it to go on streaming. You'll enjoy it at the cinema. Go and see it at the cinema. A unique film, a fantastic film, one that I really enjoyed, one that I recommend to you, one of my films of the year, I'm sure. So that's the menu. It opened at cinemas this past Friday. So onto a bit of movie news now, and I've got some notes on that as well. First of all, this morning there's been a massive shake-up at the Disney Corporation as Bob Iger, the man who was previously the CEO, has replaced Bob Chapek, who took over from him. Bob Iger stepped down in 2020, Chapek took over, and then this morning we've just heard that Bob Iger has taken over again. There's too many Bobs, I'm afraid. Bob Iger is the guy that you may remember seeing signing the Lucasfilm deal with George Lucas in that famous video when George signed away the rights to Star Wars and Indiana Jones and all those properties. So it'll be interesting to see what Bob Iger does and what he brings back to Disney. At the moment, apparently Bob Chapek cannot be reached for comment, so we don't know what the situation was with him and how he was, how he left the company, whether he was pushed out or whether he was asked to leave. We don't know. But yeah, that's the situation this morning. It's kind of a breaking news, so I just wanted to get that one out for you. Secondly, we've got two sad deaths to report. The first being Jason David Frank, who you may remember as playing Tommy Oliver in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. He was the Green Power Ranger. He sadly died yesterday at the age of 49, and this morning I heard of the passing of a friend of ours who was Jim Winburn. Now Jim Winburn, if you remember the original 1978 Halloween, do you remember when Michael Myers falls backwards off the Tommy Doyle's house balcony, and when Loomis comes to the window and looks down below and Michael isn't there? Jim performed that stunt of falling off the window, as well as many, many other stunts throughout his career, but that's the one that obviously I knew him for. I was only with him in Manchester about a month ago. It will be a month tomorrow when we saw him. And yeah, it's very, very sad to hear of his passing this morning. He was a very lovely guy, very nice guy, had lots of stories about Hollywood. Such a crying shame that he's gone, you know, so soon. So R.I.P. Jason and R.I.P. Jim. We're going to miss you both. Sorry to end on a sad note there. If you've enjoyed this video, if you've enjoyed the movie review, as usual, if you can give the video a thumbs up, that would greatly help the channel out. Same with subscribing to the channel. Please come and subscribe to the channel, that'd be fantastic, really would appreciate that. And hit the notification bell. Also, come down in the comments. A few of you have, and it's been great. I've been really enjoying having a chat with you. It's been really fantastic. Yeah, come and have a chat with me in the comments. I love to talk movies. I love to talk about all different aspects of movies. If there's anything you'd like to see me cover, if there's any other things you'd like to see me talk about with regards to movies, whether it be like a horror slant or a blockbuster movie slant, or maybe an idea that you'd like to discuss, or maybe you'd like there's a topic that you'd want me to talk about on the channel. That'd be great. Yeah, come and do that. Let me know in the comments, and we can probably sort something out. So for now, just want to say thank you very much for tuning in. Do appreciate it. Hope you have a lovely week. I hope you all keep well, and I will see you all very, very soon.